Well, the tech pack has been under pressure of late, and the stock in focus now is NIIT Tech. Arvind Thakur, the CEO of the company, now joins in from the sidelines of the Emkay Confluence that's taking place in Mumbai. Hi, Mr. Thakur. Good afternoon. Thanks much for joining in. I want to actually start off by asking you about your start to the year. It wasn't very good. You saw one big deal which got pushed to the second quarter. How are things shaping up?
Yes, you're right. In fact, the first quarter of this year was expected to be soft, primarily on account of seasonality that we see in our GIS business, which has the smallest business activity in the first quarter of the year and maximum in the fourth quarter. So that is what was one prime contributor to the softness in the first quarter. In addition, we also saw some softness in our insurance business in the UK, primarily on account of the uncertainty that we saw as a result of the Brexit activity. So these are two main reasons why we saw softness in the first quarter, and of course we expect to bounce back in the second quarter and recover from this little blip that we have seen in our business.
Okay, you mentioned the impact of Brexit. We've already seen, one of the big deal cancellations by RBS for Infosys. Have you in particular had any deal cancellations?
No, we have not had any deal cancellations, but our business, insurance business, is predominantly led by our products business. It's an IP solutions business that we have, and that business grows on the back of new license sales and revenues thereof. So we've seen the uncertainty resulting in no new engagements or expansion of that business.
All right, fair enough. What about the full FY17? Will revenue growth be in line with the NASSCOM guidance?
Well, we've had a dip in our first quarter, which gives us a little setback. So our revenue growth for the full year would be in single digits only.
Okay. All right. Also, if I look at your order book for the third and the fourth quarter of FY16, it was pretty much at about $120 million odd, right? Now, the first quarter of FY17 has seen this dip to about $110 million. How is it going to be this quarter? I mean, what's the kind of trajectory you're looking at?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In the last two quarters of the last year, we've actually stepped up our intake, which used to be typically between $80 to $100 million per quarter to about $120 million. As you mentioned earlier, one of our deals has also slipped from Q1 to Q2.
Right.
So we expect Q2 also to come back to the same levels as we have seen in Q3 and Q4.
Okay, and just one final question. You had an exceptional loss of about 36 crores, which was a provision for amounts outstanding in respect of a government contract which was put on hold. So are there any other such contracts which have also been put on hold?
No, this was a specific situation where we entered into a mutual consultation because the program was getting significantly delayed, and our accounting policy required us to take a provision for the outstanding amounts in case there was a hold of this nature. So that is specific to that instance only.
All right, Mr. Thakur, we'll leave it at that and we'll let you go back and enjoy your conference. Thanks very much for sparing the time this afternoon. All right, that's the word coming in from NIIT Technologies. With that, it's time for us to take another quick break, but on the other side, we'll